Ladies and gentlemen, the tractor, and last I left off, I got the tractor all assembled and pretty much everything sanded on it. One thing I omitted, and I want to call it the roll bar that goes on the back. I went ahead and left that off. Now, I'm building for others, and sometimes I have a little bit of freedom of what I can and cannot do, and I went ahead and left the roll bar off. I thought keep the tractor profile, more of a tractor than have the roll bar on. So I did leave that off. Now, on the tractor, I was at the point where I need to start painting. So I masked off the wheels, and for the base coat, and I didn't prime nothing because really no need. I was going to paint the tractor red, so I went with the red plastic as a base coat. And this has got a combo mix of dark vermilion and flat red. I mixed them both up and sprayed the base coat on the tractor. So, plus it gave it probably the lights may not be able to show it. It faded it down like a sun, sitting out in the sun, sun baked, if you will. So, I did get that. I'm down to the point now we're going to do a little bit of weathering. I'm trying not to keep it not really dirty, but trying to keep it a little cleaner than what it should be. So for the beginning of the weathering stage, especially the lower part here, I used not that one, brown engine suit and a combo of brown RLM, which mixed them both together. And I did I won't say a wash. I watered it down and applied it on throughout the underside here and on the engine. And even if I did get it heavy, I went back in with more water and diluted it more just to get it into all the crevices and everything. So that's the first stage. I wanted to get just a light, get everything covered, especially all the nooks and crannies with the engine suit. And then I may put some, I don't know what it's called, petrol stains or oil stains. I'll probably go in with a little bit of a wash of that just around the engines, just a little bit, just to darken a few things. It'd be very, very subtle. But that's what I've done on that. So first stage is to get everything on, and then a lot of washes, and then go in and do a little detail painting and a little dry brush, especially paint the steering wheel, and the knobs and all that. So, and it's got a very few decals, which we will put on, but we'll put them on a later date. Now, I didn't mask off the chrome. I'm going to go back in with a little bit of a rubbing alcohol and a toothpick or a cotton swab and just get the paint off. And again, I didn't want the chrome too shiny, I want it more weather baked, so that worked out. That'll work out just fine. So that is where I am on the tractor. I was told that the tractor needed a sitting figure driver. So in 24th or 25th scale, whatever this is, you can find figures, and I don't know if they make them 3D printing, which I assume there's a file for it, but I'm kind of running against the clock and I needed something a little quicker. So I found, I call them generic train people, and this is 1/24th or 1/25th scale. You get a sack of figures. You get sitting, standing, you get males and females, and you can get them all different scales. You can get them from like 1/100 scale to whatever 24 scale is, G scale, O scale. You can get them all the way up to there. These figures have been around a very, very long time, but they are good for customization. So I took Mr. Sitting man here, and his legs were closed. So I cut him at the waist. I cut his arms off, and I slit him down the middle because I needed to split his legs so he'd fit over the little tractor part here. If I can get him back on. basically like so. And he does fit better. I got his hand, something like that. So I repositioned his hand where he fits on the steering wheel, one on the bottom, because I didn't want him to, not a race car, but at least you know looks somewhat natural. I tacked him back on with a little bit of super glue, and then I took epoxy sculpt and I went in and blended him the best I could, his clothes, and trying to get the belt on there. So he is, I want to say, good and hard. So you can manhandle him. I'm going to go in and sand just a little bit, and then he will be ready for paint. Now when I did cut him, he was a little flat here, so I had to go in and sand everything down, get it kind of rounded back off. But the figure is pretty much done. He's just ready for painting and a little bit of cleanup. So that's one thing I am done with the figure that way. So next video should be hopefully a little more subtle, more weathering. Of course, we're going to do some dust effects and a few other little things to get it dirty. Basically, it's going to be clean from the top and then dirty from the bottom down. That's my game plan. Hopefully, we get a little more done. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got going on today. Started weathering the tractor and getting the train figure repositioned. So that's what I've got going on today. Stay tuned for next exciting episode.